Opinions and stories around the game we love, told by your favorite storytellers. Stay up to date with all things cricket. Subscribe to Cricbuzz's YouTube channel and press that bell icon now.
But just staying with Bangladesh moment, Dooley, I mean, I know words like inept tend to creep up, and certainly their fans will be disappointed. We saw some of them hanging their heads in the stands there. But at times you have to acknowledge that you've been done in by a top quality attack and look at whatever positives you can take out.
Yeah, and look, there's few and far between, to be honest, with the positives. We talked about the comment made prior to the game, didn't we, about their surfaces at home and getting used to playing on those sorts of surfaces. And I heard Mark Nicholas during the commentary talking about they've beaten one full member nation only in T20 World Cups, and that was West Indies back in 2012 or 2014 when they beat the West Indies. Every other win they've had at a T20 World Cup has been against a non-test playing nation. So they have underachieved for a team that has dominated at times, and they've dominated New Zealand, don't get me wrong, in their own conditions. They've just beaten Australia recently. New Zealand has a really poor record in Bangladesh and white ball cricket in particular. Test matches, it's slightly different, but they can dominate at home, but they cannot take that form away because what they produce at home is just not up to standard. It's not up to world standard as far as surfaces are concerned. Now, they might say, well, India dominate at home. Yes, they do, but India win away. India win away from home in all formats of the game. They beat New Zealand 5-0 in 2020 cricket down in New Zealand. So they can dominate away from home as well. So Bangladesh have to find that mix where they can produce good cricketers, still produce spinners and players that can win at home, but also produce players and bowlers in particular and batsmen that can play and win overseas. Because on a world stage, you're not going to get the types of pitches that you are preparing time and time again, week in, week out, in your own conditions. So what do you want to do? Do you want to win at home, or do you want to be competitive on a world stage? And I think that's the conundrum. That's the little question they've got to ask themselves.
Yeah, and that 12 months hence I referred to, Joy, conditions are going to be very different. If these conditions are maybe closer to the subcontinent, Australia won't be for sure. So they will need to make these 12 months count for several reasons.
Absolutely, they really need to look at it, and I think that's what fundamentally the issue is. You see, every board member, everyone who comes into Bangladesh cricket wants to get immediate, quick results because the patience of the public is not there for 3-4 years. So how do you get quick results? You make pitches that suit you, but that doesn't actually help your team mature and grow in the long run. So it's something that you always struggle with. You know, it's a good example of this is how Calcutta football clubs used to work, Gautam, in the 70s and 80s. That this year, let me pay ridiculous money and get the best striker, even if the books don't balance, because, next year something will happen. But this year, I'm in power. While I'm in charge, we need to win. And that's exactly the mentality that they're going through. Nobody wants to be in charge in the period of pain when they're transitioning so that they can be a better side of the road. That's their problem.